This podcast contains spoilers. Hello everyone, and welcome to the As Seen on TV podcast for Arrow, Season 4, Episode 4, Beyond Redemption. I am your host, Clio, and welcome to the One Woman podcast. So, I didn't mention it last podcast, but I thought that I was crazy, because I remember from Episode 2, Ollie saying something about running for mayor, and then in Episode 3, it was not mentioned, even it wasn't in the last time on. I was like, did I dream that? Did I dream that Ollie was gonna run for, not for president, for mayor? God, if Ollie ran for president, I don't know. But I thought I was crazy. I thought I had dreamt it all. But in this episode, he says it, he, reveals, oh, guess what, guys, I'm running for mayor. And I was like, okay, good, I'm not crazy. But, everyone's reaction was, not what Ollie expected, but definitely what I expected, which was, sure. Because this is bad idea number 2. Remember, bad idea number 1 was, bringing Sarah back, and bad idea number 2 is running for mayor. So, we got to see the second bad idea in this episode, and also the repercussions of the first bad idea. Team Arrow is not doing good with ideas. They all seem to be bad. Oh, what was the second thing I was going to talk about? Well, a little more about the mayor thing. He gave a really, really good speech. A really good speech, and I know, I'm actually surprised, shouldn't be surprised because she's smart, but, Thea wrote the speech based on, what Ollie was kind of old man wising at her, and it was very, pep talky, very, inspiring is the word I was looking for. I don't know why that escaped me. But yeah, so I don't know if he'll make a good mayor. I think he'll win. I think someone's gonna come out of the woodwork and run. Watch Damien Dark runs for mayor. Oh, that'd be the best. That'd be so funny. I now want that to happen. I want it to happen. I don't really even know when the election's gonna be. I don't think they said anything about it. I guess we'll find out eventually. But yeah, Ollie's got a campaign office and a staff of interns, unpaid interns, who all seem to be who all really seem to believe in Ollie. Great. Especially since they're not being paid, you gotta believe in what you're doing. So we'll see if any of them, I have a feeling we're gonna get at least one, recurring important character out of that lot. And maybe some espionage. It'd be pretty interesting. But anyway, on to bad idea number 1. Laurel chained Sarah in her basement. And I'm just gonna say this. It wasn't even her basement. It was the basement of her apartment. A shared space. Why would you chain somebody up in a shared space? You're lucky nobody fucking walked in there and was like, why are you chained up? What the fuck's going on? It's like, oh my. I was just, when I really thought about it, because I didn't realize until, the scene in the hallway, when Quinn and, what was her name? Warner. That whole scene. That I realized it was, it was an apartment building, and I know they said she had an apartment, but, it didn't hit me until that, and I was like, oh, that's an apartment basement. that anyone can access. Good. She's not doing very well. Quentin almost shot her. There's that. And, Laurel gave her just photos strewn about. She hasn't said words, really, at all. Just lots of growling. Laurel's being way too optimistic. This just does not look good. And now she's gone. She broke her chains, ran away. She's gone. So who the fuck knows? I think but Laurel is living with... Laurel has Thea living in her apartment. Because I was going to say, she should have just chained her up in her apartment. And then that would have negated the, shared space aspect of it. But her apartment is also a shared space, so she literally had no good options. But I really like... okay, all my words are gone today. But I really like the new Arrow Cave. It's super swanky and snazzy, and when you see it for the first time, it's like, oh, this is awesome. And then the subsequent 2 or 3 times you see it, like, everything's glitching out and, like, not working. And it's just like, what is happening? Because I was confused for the whole episode. I was just like, why is it I understand, okay, it's glitching fine, but how does your entire system glitch all day? What's going on? And it was till after the episode that I was like, oh, hold up. What if it's the same thing going on with Felicity's phone? What if it's that thing? Like, what if it's connected? I think it is. And I'm just like, what? What is going on? Why is everything breaking? Which I think Felicity was like that too. She's just like, she was so frustrated with it. Speaking of the thing going on with her phone, she confronts Curtis about it. I was going to call him Cisco. Oh, Lord, no. She confronts Curtis about it, the messages she's getting on the phone. And his response was just so funny. He's like, no, I wouldn't hack you with old code. What do you think I am? The code is so 2013. It's like, oh, zing. But it turned out to be Ray's code. And then it was his last words before he blows up. And Felicity Sperry does not want to listen to it at all. Just doesn't. And I like that Curtis opened up to her and was like, I lost my brother. If I could get a voicemail from him that was new, something he hadn't said to me before, I would want to hear it. It's like, oh God. And this is all going to be really weird, because this is stuff she's not told Ollie. And I think it might put a wedge between them if she keeps it from him, which I think she will keep it from him. I don't think she's gonna... I'm sorry, I'm all over the place. I don't think she's gonna tell him. But from reading synopsises in the future, because it's kind of my job, I know Ray's coming into play soon. We know he has to come back for Legends of Tomorrow, and we're going to find out just what happened to him, because it was, at the end of last season, it was very vague. It was just the floor of the, building blows up. We don't see a body, we don't get a confirmation of death. It was literally the last scene of last season, I believe, if I am correct. So there wasn't really any, yeah, that's what happened. We just come back this season, and if you watched the first podcast I did of the season, I completely forgot that his floor even blew up. Yeah, we just come back and he's like, okay, yeah, he's dead. It's like, what? Oh, alright, okay, fine. Moving on. Enough of that. But yeah. Yeah, more stuff from Ray is probably coming down the pipe, and it's gonna be awkward between, Felicity and Ollie. So we'll just see if they can weather that particular storm. I hope they can. I mean, I've never been a Felicity, Ollie shipper, supporter, whatever you want to call it, but they're They're alright. They're alright. I think the reason I was so against it was because last season, somehow I felt like he made her less smart when she was thinking about him, you know what I mean? I think that's why I was just so against them. And it made me angry, but I'm over it. I'm over it, and I'm seriously happy for them. Really. There's no bitterness in my voice, she says bitterly. Anyway, Quentin is still going to see Damien Dark. He's still talking to her, taking her. He's still talking to him, taking his advice. Even opening up about his daughter, that Sarah's back. It's like, why would you tell him? Oh, just so angry. I wonder, because Damien Dark has his own bit of the Lazarus Pit, and however he's using it, he's making it last. So he clearly doesn't need the Lazarus Pit. I wonder what his reaction's going to be when he finds out the Lazarus Pit has been neutralized. And I'm not sure that that's the last of the Lazarus Pit. I'm sure it can be redone, reinvigorated, whatever. There's also at least one person with the water from the Lazarus Pit with them. So Damien Dark, we know he stole the waters. That's how he's lived so long. But I also believe that Talia al Ghul, I don't know if I think I mentioned this last episode when we were talking about the pit. I think Talia al Ghul is out there with a bit of the pit in a jar too. So, I don't think it's the last we'll see of the pit, but I do hope that it's the last Malcolm sees of the pit. That's all I have to say. I just really want Nyssa to kill him and for her to be leader of the League of Assassins and be happy finally, because she's been miserable and it's been killing me and I love her. Anyway, she's not even in this episode. I should probably just move on. Our antagonist this episode is a group of police officers who were part of the Anti-Vigilante Task Force, which I know that was a thing, or it was about to be a thing, but I don't remember ever seeing them. I guess these characters are new in this story for this episode. But it made me, actually, when they said it, I heard, like, my brain thought of the Anti-Metahuman Task Force in Central City. And then I thought, oh, wait, okay, fine, they're same idea, different targets. So I just thought of that. That they're similar task force. I don't know if that'll ever have any bearing. But that's that. And they have some pretty neat tech for the Anti-Vigilante Task Force. I liked Warner's wrist blades, or did they come out of the top? Forgot if they came out of the top or the inside, because Assassin's Creed blades come out of the insides, and like Full Metal Alchemist blades come out of the top. So I forget which way they came out, but they were pretty cool. And she almost just like stabbed Ollie right up the back. She was like brutal and efficient and awesome. And that actress was in the last season of Hannibal, and she played an amazing character in that show. And I loved her character in this. And Quinn's just speech to her about police-ness and stuff was really... It was enough, like, there were two really epic speeches in this. A couple, you know, epic speeches in this episode. And I like that. I like when there's, you know, inspiration and stuff behind the words. But yeah, well, Quentin gave Warner this whole thing, that I feel like it's something he wasn't saying it to Warner, he was saying it to a different version of himself. You know, because he knows what he's doing. He knows who he's working with, and he doesn't want to do it anymore, but he's dug himself so deep, he's gone so far, that it's hard for him to pull back from Damien. And they arrest her. So she's in jail. She's not gone. I hope she comes back in some capacity in some future story in this show. I would very much like it because I love that actress and I would like that character. Holly just kept, like, showing up at Quinn's house, just like, what up? And, the last time he comes to him at the end of the episode, he's just, like, so disappointed in him because he finds out he's been working with Damien. And it's just... And Quinn's right. Who the fuck are you to judge me? But the other way, it works the other way, too. Because I think finally these two men are on an even field. Like, Ollie's been doing good stuff lately. And Quinn's been doing bad stuff lately. And I think they've reached a point where maybe they can finally understand each other. Ollie just needs to get past that. He's working with Dark, or has been working with Dark. He just has to get over it and they have to work together. It's the only way any of this is gonna work. But yeah. It's kind of all I have to say about this episode. A lot of awesome things happened, and it's a very good episode. And my wiki froze again, so I can't even tell you the synopsis for next episode, but it is called Haunted, and it is a Constantine crossover. They're bringing the character John Constantine from the show that got canceled last year, and he's going to be trying to get Sarah's soul back into her body. This is up. I'm going to just break my computer. I will snap it in half like a tiny child. That is a terrible thing to say. I'm just very angry at my computer today. Yeah, so that's next episode, and I can't wait because I didn't like the storyline in the Constantine show, but I loved the characters. I love the concepts and the magic and the demons and all of that stuff. All of it. I loved it. And I want it in my eyeballs. And so that's coming soon. And that's all I have to say. So thank you guys so much for watching. Keep your comments coming. I actually didn't check the comments from last week, but I will do that for the next episode. I will check and keep shout outs. And I want discussion. Oh, the last episode of The Flesh was so great. I got a bunch of comments. Super awesome. You guys are great. So you can find me at Cliomoto on the socials and on Twitch at The Cliomoto. And you can find all of us at ASO TV Podcasts on Facebook, Twitter, Gmail, Google+, and right here on YouTube. Follow us for some more podcasts from some of your favorite TV shows. And if you don't want to comment in YouTube, tweet us. You know, like we're there. We're hanging out. Tweet me about Arrow or whatever. So thank you guys.